we can do in this SCADA software, or if you want to rotate any object, or if you want to move any object, or if you want to change the height of that object, so we can do this type of animation through this SCADA software. So firstly, we will do one animation of the tank filling operation. So for that I am adding one tank from the symbol factory. So in this tank category you can find this type of tank. So I am taking this one tank 4 from the symbol factory, and you can resize this tank as per your requirement. So I have added this tank. Now for adding the filling properties, that will be available on this animation properties menu bar. So we have this fill property. By using this fill property we can add the filling animation, but for that we required a data from the PLC or any analog sensors input or any value from the PLC. From according to that signal, this tank will show the animation of the filling. So for that I have made one program. In this program I have made this program for adding the values in this one integer 0 and 7:0, and in the 0.5 second it will add one value. So it will add up to the 100 values. From 0 to 100 it will add the values in the interval of 0.5 second, and whenever it will be 100, so that again integer 0 will be reset to the 0. So this type of program I have created in our programming software. So and I have downloaded this program to the PLC. So we will take this integer 0 in our SCADA software for showing the animation. So I have created the tag of that integer 0 also. The name of the tag, that will be a int integer tag is there. So this type of tag table will be open, and this tag is here, int tag is here, that I have created. The address of that tag is n7:0. So this is our tag. Now for providing an animation to this tank, so we have to just right click on this tank, go to the animation, go to the fill property. In this animation properties, click on that fill and write our tag name in this expression box. So I am writing our tag name, that is int. After that we have to provide an expression range, which means our input range. So right now our input range is the 0 to 100 range. So that I have to write here in this constant address is from 0, that is my minimum input, and 100, that is our maximum input. And on the right side we have the minimum percentage value of the filling and maximum percentage of the filling in the tank. So whenever our value of input of value is minimum, at that time percentage filling is the 0%, and whenever our input is 100, at that time the fill percentage will be 100%. And after that you can set the direction of the filling as per your requirement. Like right now by default up direction is there. So in the up direction the liquid filling will be shown in the bottom to top, and like that we have left direction, right direction, and down direction. So as per your requirement we can put the direction also. And after doing this properties, just click on the apply button and just click on the close button. So a property is applied, and for checking this property I am going to the test display board, and yes, program is connected. And now I will start the process from the SCADA software. So I'm just clicking on the start push button. So the process is started, and as the integer value is increasing, like as you can see here, the integer is increasing the value like 21, 22. So same way our filling in the tank is increased. So like this we can make the animation of tank is filling by any liquid, and whenever value is increasing, so our tank is increase the filling, and whenever value of our integer is 100, at that time the tank is in full position, or full tank is fulfilled. So like this we can add this type of animation in our SCADA project through any analog sensor or through this type of numerical addresses. So So I have created this type of program. So whenever the value is reaches to the 100, it will again reset to the 0. So this type of animation we can do in our SCADA project. And whenever I press the stop switch, it will stop our process. Now you can do this type of animation through any tanks from this tank category folder through the symbol factory. Now another animation that is our movement motion. Like if you want to move any object from one side to the another side, so we have that animation property. Like I am drawing one single simple rectangular. Okay, so I want to move this object from this particular point to the right side. For the reference, I am drawing one line. Yes. So up to this point of line, I want to move this object. Okay. So for that, which property we have to provide to this square object? So for that, we have to provide a horizontal movement property, that is a horizontal position property. So in this property, our object will be moved horizontally. So that's why we can provide this horizontal position property. So in this horizontal position property, first of all, we have to write our integer address, that is our address of the PLC's sensors that is connected with the PLC, or any values on which value we want to add this type of animation. That integer or that tag name we have to write in this expression box. After that, we have to provide minimum and maximum value. After that, in this horizontal offset, we have to provide a pixels, which means from this point, starting point to ending point, how many pixels are there. So that pixels we have to count for putting here in our animation property. So for that, how to count that pixels? So for that, we have to put the duplicate object on our end side. So that's why I'm taking a duplicate object and putting here onto the wherever I want to end this animation. So I want to start the animation from the left side, and to the right side I want to add this end this animation. So for that, whenever you click on this first objects, so you can find x and y coordinate on the left side bottom of this object. So for that, I will note down this coordinate like 147, 243, that is the coordinates from of this object, and the second object coordinate is like 469, 244. So I want to animate on the horizontal axis, that will be x axis. So I can subtract the 469 to 147, and whatever answer will be there, so that will be our total pixels in between these two objects. So you can calculate and put that value in our animation property, like in our case like 469 to 147, that will be I think around 322 value is there. So after that, checking our values, just delete that second object and go to the animation property of first object, go to horizontal position and write maximum pixel into 322. So what this indicates that whenever our input is 0, our movement of this object is 0, and whenever the value of input is 100, so the object will move to 322 pixels to the right side. So now I'm applying this, and just close this property and go to the test display. So when I will start the process, so our process will be started, and integer is increasing this value like this, and you can see object is moving from left side to the right side. So this type of animation we can do in the place of this square or rectangle, we can add any objects from the symbol factory like bottle or any container is there. So that type of object we can add into this SCADA screen, and we can add the animation of that real-time animation, like any bottle is moving on the conveyor belt. So that type of animation we can do in this SCADA screen. So this is basically a horizontal animation. Now if you want to add the vertical animation, so for that we have vertical position properties there. So for that we have to go for this. First of all, I will delete this horizontal position property so we can easily understand vertical position property. Again, right click on this object, go to animation, go to the vertical position. Now same process will be there, but in this vertical position property, our object will move into the vertical position. Now just for example, I am writing any random value, like I want to move 300 pixels and apply and close, and I'm putting this object to here so we can check the property easily. Now I'm start the process and our object will go into the vertical movement. So this object will go from top to bottom side. So whenever you do this type of animation, so we can use this horizontal position as well as vertical position property. So from this property we can add the animation, and for providing the animation in the bottom to top or right to left side, we have to just reverse the values of the pixels. So from that we can reverse the animation property. So like this we can add the animation to our any object for providing horizontal and vertical position. After that we have the height and width property. So how to use this height and width property? So for that, first of all, I am taking our one object, like again I am taking this tank. Any tank you can put, or any object you can put. Yes. So we have the tank. Now I have take this tank. It's in the size of this tank is 100% right now. Now if I want to reduce the size of this tank whenever the SCADA is in running condition, so that type of animation we can do by using this width and height property. So go to the width property from the right clicking on the object, go to the animation and go to the width property first, and write our tag name of the integer. After that we have to provide our input value of that tag name, that is 0 to 100. Now we have to write the percentage of width animation, which means whenever our input is 0, what will be the minimum width, and whenever our maximum input is there, what will be the maximum width. So right now I'm writing the 0 minimum and 100 maximum, and the anchor point I am selecting the left point. So from that left point the width of this object will be increased. So let's check how this width property will work. Right now there is a no width, the 0% width is there, so you can't see the object. Now I am starting the process by clicking on the start button, and whenever our integer address will increase its value, so you can see object is increasing, but the left side part is stable because I have selected the anchor point of the left. So your left side will be stable, and the another side that will be increasing the width. So like this we can change the size of object in the runtime of the SCADA according to our signal from the PLC. The size of this object will be increased, and when I stop the process it will stops and remain in on its last state. So like this we can add this width property, as well as I can put this height property also. So before that, providing height property, I am deleting this the width property and go to height property again. So same process is there. In height property, height of the object will be increased, as per our input changes. And here I am taking the anchor point bottom, which means from the bottom our height will be increased to the top. And for easy understanding, I am taking our numeric display for the integer address that we have put it as our input in our width property. Again, I am going to the test display and just click the start button. So when our integer will add the values, so you can see the values here, and the tank height will be increased from the bottom side, and gradually it will be increased to the 100%. So like this we can put the animation of height increasing or decreasing, as well as width increasing and decreasing, and we can provide both property at the same time. So it will generates an animation like your object size is increasing gradually. So this type of animation we can do this SCADA software. So I will do one thing. I will put the both animation width and height at the same tank. So this type of animation will done when we put both the width and height property at the same time. Yes, and again I am providing the test display button, and I am start the process, and this type of animation will do. Like you can see the tank height and width is increasing gradually as our input address, integer address, is increasing. So you can do this type of animation by putting any container or any tank or any object. So this type of animation we can also do via this width and height property. After that we have a rotation property. Now if you want to rotate any object, so we have the rotation property. So just for example, I am taking another object for rotating, like I am taking this just for example, I am taking this mixture and I want to rotate this mixture. So and right now I am deleting this tank, so we can easily check the rotation of the mixer. Okay, this is our mixture. Now I want to rotate this mixture to the 90 degrees. So for that just right click on this object, go to the animation, go to the rotation property, click on the rotation, write our tag on which value we want to rotate. So that is our tag name, that is an integer, the value of our input, that is 0 to 100 right now, and the rotation degrees that we have to write on this minimum to maximum values. So I want to rotate this mixture to the 90 degrees and the center of rotation point. So you can apply this center of rotation point from which point you want to rotate this object. So right now that is a center point, which means from this center point this mixture will rotate. So first we will check this property by applying and close, and go to the animation property. Again I am starting the process. So whenever our input is increasing, the mixture will rotate from this center point, and whenever our integer address is in 100 value, so the mixer in this 90-degree angle. So we can put this rotation property if you want to rotate anything, or if you want to make animation of fan is rotating, so that type of animation we can also put in this SCADA software. So yes, this type of animation, like now when the value is increasing, you can see the mixer is going about to the 90-degree angle, and when the value is 100, our mixer is exactly at the point of 90-degree value. Now if you want to put the animation for fan, so I am deleting this mixture and taking fan, and we will provide the animation to the fan also. That is having in like so we have this type of one gear here it is, and I want to give the rotation property to this gear. So just right click on that gear part, go to the rotation property, write our tag name that is connected with the PLC, and here I want to rotate this object to 360 degree and apply, then close, and I'm going to the test display and start the process. So you can see this object will rotate to 360 degree according to our 0 to 100 input. So this type of animation we can do in our SCADA project, and we can actually check the process what will be done in the field. So same process we can see through a graphical animation in the SCADA software. So like this we can put the different type of animation. There are lots of symbols available in the symbol factory, so you can put different symbols. You can make your architecture of your plant and put the animation as per your plant. So there are lots of animations can be done through this animation properties. And further